Good morning, students. In the last lab session we had taken up that is study of AC servo motor. Today we will be discussing the DC servo motor. Right? So this is the front panel of the DC servo motor. Here we have the different knobs. One is the servo motor on and off switch. Right? This is for speed control of the DC servo motor. Right? Then here you can see this is terminals where we are able to measure the input voltage to the applied to the DC servo motor. Then we have a fuse, then internal ammeter, then this is the DC servo motor which is coupled to the sensor for measurement of speed, and that speed which is sensed is measured by with the help of the tachometer which can be connected across these two terminals. Right? And then we have a power knob to turn on and turn off this control panel, this whole module, and here there is an indication of the current that is flowing through the DC servo motor, that is the DC current, and here it shows the speed of the that is with which the DC servo motor is rotating in revolutions per minute, and this is the spring balance with which we are able to load the DC servo motor. So based on how much load we are applying, the speed of the DC servo motor goes on decreasing, right? That we will see later part. So this is all about the front panel of the DC servo motor. Welcome back, students. Now I will be explaining the procedure, the various steps in taking up the readings of the DC servo motor. Right? Initially, the control panel, the module will be in off position. So the power switch is in off position. Servo motor knob is in off position. Speed control knob is in minimum position. Then the spring balance. So this is in unloaded condition. That is, it is at zero reading position. Right? So this is the initial adjustment of the control panel. So with this initial settings, then we will go ahead with how to take the readings of the this DC servo motor. Welcome back, students. So let us start the module now. So now the switch is in on position. So we will turn on the module. We have turned on the module. Right. Next, turn on the servo motor switch. Turn on the DC servo motor switch. Right. Next, adjust now connected the digital multimeter across the input terminals of the, that is DC servo motor, input terminals of the DC servo motor. Let us adjust the speed of the DC servo motor. So I am adjusting the speed of the DC servo motor until the input voltage to the DC servo motor is around 22 volts. The maximum specified value for the DC servo motor is 24 volts. So I will be increasing the voltage, input voltage, until I get it around 22 volts. So I am increasing here. You can see that it is increasing. Speed is also varying, is also increasing. So now I am getting around 21 volts. Adjust it to around 22 volts. It should not go beyond the. Okay, so let it be around 21.5 volts. Fine, students. So once it is set to 21.5 volts, right? Once it is set to 21.5 volts, then next we have to take the readings. The load is in unloaded position, so we are not loaded here. So it is at zero reading. Now we will slowly load it and take the readings. Fine. So now on the unloaded position, just take down the readings of the current, the speed, right? Omega 1, omega 2, that is the reading of the spring balance, the first weight and the second weight, omega 1 minus omega 1 and omega 2, right? So note down the readings first during the unloaded condition. So let us note down the readings here. So we have for V1 is equal to 21.5 volts. V1 is equal to 21.5 volts. I am getting I. Then we have number of revolutions per minute. Current is in amps. Okay. Then I am taking the reading of omega 1 and omega 2. Omega 1 in kilogram. It's a weight. Omega 2 in kilogram. And finally I am calculating the torque. Right? So let us note down the reading, serial number. So for the first reading, current, what is the current? So it is 0.118 ampere. So 0.118 ampere. How much is the speed? Just see the speed. It's around 3600 rpm. 3600 rpm. What about the weight? They are at 0 position. So omega 1 and omega 2 you can see here. This omega 1 is 0, omega 2 is also 0. So both are at 0 position. So with this, right, let us note down the first reading. So what torque we will get, students? Torque will be, torque equation is given by torque T is equal to omega 1 minus omega 2 into R into 9.81 Newton meter. Okay, where R is the radius of the drum, where R is the radius of the drum or the disc, so that is 2 centimeters. So they have already provided the radius of the drum, it is fixed 0.02 meters or 2 centimeters. So this is the radius of this disc or the drum, so it is around 0.02 meters or 2 centimeters, right? That is specified here. So with this equation, the torque will be omega 1 minus omega 2, this is 0 minus 0 into radius is 0.02 meters into 9.81 Newton meter. So that comes out to 0 Newton meter. So that is the first reading. Now let us load the DC servo motor and take the next readings. So I am loading here. So as I can see, as I am loading, the speed is decreasing. What was the speed first? 3600 rpm, right? During the unloaded condition. Now the speed has decreased to 3500 rpm. So what it means? Suppose we are carrying a basket of apples on our head, right? And when we run, our speed decreases. If we do not have the apples on our head, if we simply run without the apples on our head, speed will be more. So that comparison, that is analogy that we can provide here in order to tell the relation between the speed and the load. Okay, speed and the load. So as the load increases, the speed will decrease. Fine. So with this, we can take the first omega 1 and omega 2, that is the next reading. So now you can see here, what is the position of omega 1? Omega 1 is the first scale, so it is 0.005 kgs or 5 grams. Right? One scale, one reading corresponds to 5 grams. So it is 0.005. So omega 1 is 0.005. Right? What about omega 2? Omega 2 is how much? Omega 2, that is 0.010. That is 10 grams. Okay. So what about the current? So current is 0.155 ampere. 0.155 ampere. The speed in revolutions per minute is 3486. 3486 rpm. Okay. So let us take the readings here. Let us find out the value of torque. So torque is given by omega 1 minus omega 2 or omega 2 minus omega 1, right? So any one we can take, either omega 1 minus omega 2, whichever is higher, that we can take, omega 1 minus omega 2. So that into, that is the radius 0.02 into 9.81 Newton meter. So now it is, we can take omega 2 minus omega 1 into 0.02 into 9.81 Newton meter. So this will be 0.010 minus 0.005 into 0.02 into 9.81 Newton meter. So let us calculate that. 981 into 10 raised to minus 6 Newton meter. Okay. So let us take the next reading, one more reading. So I will further load it. I will load it further. So now it is at second position. It is at second position, you can see here. So it is at second position, right? So it is 10 grams. So what is omega 1? Omega is 10 grams, that is 0.010. What about omega 2? Omega 2 is how much? It is at the fifth position, 25 grams. It is at 25 grams, correct? So it is 25 grams means 0.025 kgs. So what about the current? 0.210 ampere. Current is 0.210 ampere. Right? So as the speed is decreasing, in order to meet out the rated value, the current will increase. Right? So as the load increases, the speed will decrease and the current will go on increase. That is the relation between the load, the speed and the current. So what speed we are getting here? Just check. 3375 rpm. So 3375 rpm. So it has decreased from 300,086 rpm to 3375 rpm. Now let us calculate the torque. So torque is given by omega 2 minus omega 1 into 0.02 into 9.81 Newton meter. So this will be equal to 0.025 minus 0.010 into 0.02 into 9.81 Newton meter. So let us calculate this. So this comes out to 2.943 into 10 raised to minus 3. 2.943 into 10 raised to minus 3 Newton meter. So what is happening here? As the speed is decreasing, right, the torque is increasing. As the speed is decreasing, the torque is increasing. Previously it was in micro, now it is in milli, so it has increased. Right? So as the speed is decreasing, the torque is increasing. So similarly we can take the next set of readings. Now whatever readings we have taken, it is for 21.5 volts. Similarly we can adjust the input voltage to say around 14 volts or one more, we can fix it around 9.6 volts and take the similar sets of readings, right? So this is how we have to take the readings, and finally we have to plot the graph of the that is torque versus speed. So finally we have to plot the graph of torque versus speed. So when we plot the graph of torque versus speed, this is, we are taking the torque on y-axis and speed on x-axis is in revolutions per minute. This is in Newton meter. Okay. So as the speed is decreasing, torque is increasing. So you will get the graph like this. This is for first set of voltage, say V1, right? That's for next for V2, then next for V3. Okay. So V1 is greater than V2, that is greater than V3. This is the input voltage. V1, V2 and V3 are the input voltages. Clear, students? So this is how we will be able to plot the graph of torque versus speed. So here, students, we have conducted the experiment of plotting the characteristics of torque versus speed for the DC servo motor. I hope everybody have understood. If there are any queries, send your queries to us so that we will clear your queries. Thank you.